now we are going to talk about compute and storage quota, right?
That's right.
Shall we have a recap of what we have learned so far? Do you think it's a good idea?
So far, we have discussed software
Mm-hmm.
and how software is installed on the HPC system.
Yeah.
And how you can make your way or find installed software
Mm-hmm.
and search the description of installed software to
Yeah.
find the packages that you need for running your simulations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking of a full recap of what we learned so far from this last 2 days and the morning today. Like first we familiarized with the Linux commands. Then yesterday we learned about how HPC scheduler work and how to submit jobs. Today you talk about accessing software and how to access the software that are available on the system.
Right. So now we're going to talk about quotas, which
Yes.
is necessary for getting anything done.
Yeah, that's necessary for so far, like if you want to start, you can start the job, but at some point you will get affected by the quota problem. So it is better to understand it is earlier. That's why we have this session. So we will talk about this now, and me and Bjorn will talk is what is quota and why is it needed and how we can work with it. Or is there anything you need to add, Bjorn?
Yeah, one thing that struck me is that up to now we have been working on the login nodes, and there is no quota on the login nodes. So we really haven't had any experience with quota. But once you start to write batch scripts and run on the compute nodes, then you need a quota. Well, that's not completely true. For storage quota, you have a default storage quota.
Yeah. So for like you were talking about, we have 500 or thousands users on the system, or I
Yes.
think at least more than 1,000, I guess. So even though if we have 2,000 users, the system is not going to expand its resources, right?
No.
System is static. Only users expands. So that's why we need to have a fair distribution, we need to apply quota. So we need to limit the number of activities or resources to users so that everyone can get their job done. Is that what is your understanding about quota?
Yeah, yes, that's the reasons for quota, yes.
Mm-hmm. And I guess all over this HPC environment, as the quota principle would be same, but the application factor might be different from different sites, right? Probably
Right.
it may not be the way we apply here. Quota may not be the same for other countries or any other
No,
HPC. Yeah, but the base principle that should be the same.
there is
Right?
quota on the other systems also.
Yeah.
So and it puts a kind of cost on the resources, either storage or compute resources.
Mm-hmm. So for the resources, someone is paying. Yesterday, Sabri was mentioning that the Norwegian taxpayers are paying for the resources.
Yeah, in money, yes, that's right.
Yeah, so in that case, it is fair that these resources are distributed fairly.
That's
Do
right.
you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
So we have them to quota especially about, for compute and storage. That's what Bjorn was mentioning. Should we go to storage quota and compute quota? I have to mention before we go further that we are not having an exercise. This is mostly for you to understand. And I will ask you to try 2 commands on the way. You just need to try it out. That's all. But I would like you to go through the documentation after this event. And I will try to create some error with quota, and we'll try to work around it. That's my plan. How do you feel about this? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so we have this storage quota. Shall we go to the storage quota first? Probably I have this prepared on from the error. Probably that's nice to go there further and see if my error works. I made some quota, filling up my quota, and I wanted to have some error. So yeah, we discussed what is quota and why is it needed. Quota is a limitation, and it is needed so that everyone have a fair chance to work with. This resources are distributed fairly. Storage quota, what does it exactly mean, Abhion? Is it like the space you have on the system?
Storage comes with along two parameters. It's the number of files you have,
Mm-hmm.
and the storage space in gigabytes that you're filling up.
Yeah, and there are some we get frequently support tickets regarding quota that this quota exceeds. I cannot do any work.
Yes, there is. So and often people are creating too many files. So especially when you have like a Conda installation, a full Conda installation is a lot of files. So yes.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, the storage quota is specified in a space limit and number of files, or probably inodes. We will come back to it. Shall we try how to find out quota?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have my Saga. I already logged in. I just want to clear it. And I am inside of cluster home Danya. I created a directory so that my home is a bit clustered and not very well organized. So I don't want to show my list of files there. So if I want to know my disk storage quota, what command I should type here, Abhion?
Do search.
Okay, usage, and we will see what it gives. Oh, okay. Saga is taking its time to give me output. Not sure why. Yeah, we can wait until Saga. Sometimes file system can be very busy and take some time to get the output.
You have a lot of files, so it takes a long time counting.
I guess, yeah, I guess I don't have many files. Yeah, anyway, I got this output. I just minimize these things. So what do you see here? You see there's some colors and a lot of information here.
First, you have the path in the first column.
And what are the paths? This is where we were doing all the work since yesterday. This is cluster home, and Dhanya is my username, and others, if you, it will be your username. So this is my private folder. Can I say like that for home folder?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and I have this option, and it says I have home folder backed up. And space used, I used only 7.3 gigabytes, and the quota here.
You used 1/3 of your space,
yeah,
but you approximately used half of the number of files that you can have.
Yeah, and so there are some other places also I have access. This is the cluster work users. Then all users will have a work area, and this is not backed up. But there is no quota info it, but we will discuss a little bit later. So, and there is project area. Most of you will have this project or any associated project you have. So we were using this project so far, and we only used 98.4 megabytes of the 1 terabyte storage quota we have.
And six files out of a million.
Yeah, do you think Fram also, Fram is the other machine, by the way, we have here. Do you think Fram also have the same?
Then I'm not sure that there are different. It could be that Betsy is different from and Saga.
Yeah, and let me try Fram here. I will put this. I have it is if you see that I logged into Fram here, and I try the usage.
You should try to increase your font size a little
Yeah.
bit. It's very blurry.
Okay, I will do that in a moment.
And that was better.
Yeah. I wanted to have this usage command all over. So if I make it bit, is it possible to see?
Yes, it's a little bit blurred, but it's possible to see.
Yeah. Okay, so it will be cut out if I make it bit more bigger.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so this is on From. You see what the red line means, the red color? Did I exceed my quota?
Yeah, you have 10 terabytes, 10 gigabytes too much in you.
Yeah, so there is in on From there is a soft quota. If you go down on From, it is there is a soft limit. You can stay above this by default for a week, but you can. But if I hit the hard limit of 30 gigabytes, I cannot do any activities on.
Then you don't need to delete files.
Yes, or if I don't want to delete, what should I?
Yeah, move them to another file system.
Yeah, I want to see like there are two files, 1 gigabyte, I think.
If you
And I
use
list it.
if you use H in the option, you get a human readable output.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
it's
almost 1 gigabyte.
almost 1 gig.
Okay, but I don't want to delete the file. This is something important. Where should I put it? If I don't want to, should I put it in work?
Work has a deletion policy, so yeah, if you just need it for the next 14 days, that should be fine. But if you need it for a long-term storage, then work is the wrong place.
So what happen if I put my important files on work and keep it there for long?
Work deletes files after 42 days and
Sometime 21 days if the file system is full.
Yes, yes. So that files that you need more than 3 weeks, you should put somewhere else in a project area, for instance.
Okay, so I want this file only for a week, but I want it. But we'll see if I can make a copy of the file. I just saw that I have exceed quota, but I will see if it gives any errors to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I am making a copy of this file for an example bin. Do you think it will work?
Yes.
It will copy? We'll see. I get an error message. This quota exceeded. When you get this kind of error, it means your quota is exceeds. You are supposed to delete or move the file in a safer place. If the file you need it regularly and for more than 21 days, it's better to move it to the project area. But in our case, we don't need to move it to the project area because I don't want it more than a week. Can I move it to the what do you call work area? Let us try that.
Yes.
So there is the past. Okay. So I don't have the file, but there is a file name created, but it is not copied all the things.
No.
Yeah.
It should be truncated, I think.
Yes. So we will see the usage now. Do you think that it will change if I move the file from my home
I think you
directory?
do need to do one more step, and that is changing the group.
Let me see.
Let's see.
Yeah, let me see. No, there is nothing changed. It is still 30 GB I'm using.
And I think you need to change the group of the file group.
Okay, let us see what is the group of the file there. Cluster. Oh, okay. This is. Okay, I'm just using this magic wildcards. I have this file here, and it is almost 1 gigabytes. I have this groups. So which group I should move to? This my username underscore G to my username. That's the way I should do.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let me. Ch group is the command, right?
You have R too much in the command. Change group.
Yeah, okay, of course. Ch group, change group. I'm changing my file. I'm giving the path here. So should it work?
It should work.
And let us
Or
try.
otherwise, we have need to read us up on the documentation if it doesn't work.
Yes. Should we go? Yes. I have only 29.1 gigabytes now. So I can copy some files now. So my Discord error, how I can fix it, that move it to safest work or project area where do you want to store the file and change the group. Do you think if I let it, I move the files today and I let it be there tomorrow, it will change the group automatically from Orbit? Saga has this automatic changing group. If I move to the work area?
You're asking, or you?
Yeah, I'm asking. Overnight, does it change the group if I move?
I'm not sure of that.
Yeah, the documentation says it is changing the group. So sometimes it's confusing that when you move the files, you will still get error until unless you change the group permission.
Oh, okay.
And but sometimes if you do that in the afternoon and then in the morning, you might send an email to us, our support that I moved my file, but my quota is not changed. But in the morning, you might see that it is changed. There is an overnight script doing all these things, correct the permissions and all when you move the files.
Okay. That was new to me.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So we talk about the usage. I would like everyone, do we have any question regarding this? Okay. So we have a question regarding change the group. That's what I did. I changed the group from my username underscore G to my username. That's we are supposed to do because the usage is counting, not the disk usage, but counting the ownership. Am I right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that's yesterday we did ch change mode to execute the jobs shell script. So it is similar that chgrp. We are changing the group ownership of the file so that the usage understand that we are going to change the usage understand and it's not counted in part of the usage. So just something want to mention that usage is local command, not a standard global command. May not be found in other system, in other place, right?
Usage is written by us, yes. So unless other systems are picked up, it's something special for the NRIS systems.
Yes. And it's not only storage quota, we have quota for number of files. You see that on home, you have a quota of 100K. Do you know when we can, is it exactly number of files, Bjorn? Or it,
I think you have a soft limit there as well.
yeah? It is number of files is mostly it is inodes. What is inodes? Index nodes. So that is where it create all the information about the files and directory, right?
Yes, that's right. It's an internal Unix entity.
Yeah. So yes, it's an internal Unix entity, and it is actually the quota is counted as inode quota, but for a simple understanding, we could say number of files, right?
Yes.
But there might be some difference. Specifically, the number of files is kind of dynamic, and inodes, I think it is static, right?
I'm not sure what you mean by static, really.
There will be
It will follow the number of files, but there are other resources that count as inodes as well, like pipes and
but there will be a
such.
maximum number of inodes for the cluster, right?
Yeah.
When you set it up, that's what I mean by static.
Yeah. Yes.
So for us to know about this files quota, let us say it is number of files. And when do you usually exceed the number of quota, file quota?
It can be under installation of software. At least that's where I have experienced trouble.
Yeah.
But it could also be while you're running simulation, if you create a lot of files during simulation. Then typically you create more files than you expected, and
yeah. So the disk quota exceeded error, you can expect while a job is running, when the output is creating exceeding the quota, your job will not run further, right?
That's right.
So this is the error you might often often occur if you are using a lot of more than you you have allocated resources in terms of storage. So now we see, is there anything other than yeah, whatever we did, it is already written here in the good documentation. Yeah, too many files in a Conda installation. So Conda is where we get a lot of small files, number of files that it can exist. If you create a lot of Conda environment in your home directory, that can fill up your number of files quota. So what do you suggest, Bjorn? Where should we go for with the
Conda installation? Probably under a project area.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That project area, then you can share it with your project members. So this NN9970K, the project we were running so far, we are sharing all the resources regarding the project. We are sharing. For example, this 9970, 1 terabytes of storage space, we are sharing together. All the instructors have access to the project, and also the participants. If we want to have a common Conda environment, that's the best place to install, right?
Yes.
So can I ask everyone whether you could okay, I'm just going down. Can you just give an yes note about if you are trying the usage command and see some output? I just do we have enough time? Oh, I'm kind of running out of time. You should keep time.
And when should we be finished? At
11, I guess.
at 11. Okay.
Yeah, we are supposed to go to
But where?
the compute quota as well.
Yeah. But we'll have time for a short poll, and then we can do compute. 15
Yeah.
minutes for compute is
Yeah.
should be enough.
Yes, we have a poll. You tried usage and just let us know if you get some output. You may not get all the output I got because I have access to other project, and your home quota you can what you fill in your home that might be different because I have filled my quota a little bit. If you are started using the cluster yesterday or day before yesterday, you may not be having this much storage quota filled on your cluster, on your home directory. Okay, let us go back to the compute quota, shall we? I guess everyone tried and got some output on the usage. Okay. So we talked about what is quota and why is needed. What is compute quota, Björn? Is it the number of CPU hours? How do you define it?
Yeah, you can think of it as a CPU hour, but it's an ideal or it's not a compute hour for any specific system really. So it's because the different systems have different CPUs and with different characteristics. So we have a kind of a model of an ideal HPC system and define a billing unit out from that.
Okay. So
But the closest thing is a CPU hour.
okay. So the billing units, when someone apply for a project, they will get some CPU hours, and you pay for that.
Yes.
CPU hours, right? Or when you apply, you ask for some CPU hours on a specific cluster. That's how it works.
That's right.
So there are some things about CPU, how the billing was, but we can just try something here, how to know that. So all project will have a CPU hours allocated. And let us try on Saga, the project. How do you find that how much our CPU hours we have on our project? Which command we can use?
You can use cost with C.
Cost minus, and it would be 9970K.
Right.
Okay. So what I get is 500,000 CPU hours.
And we have used
We started the project recently,
40.
so only this course we have been using yesterday.
Yeah.
Only 4.4 CPU hours. If you don't remember your project, still you can use the cost command without -p option, and it will give you the output of all the project you have access. And what is important in this project? Am I supposed to use all this 500,000 hours or 50,000 hours?
Depends on what you agreed upon with your colleagues. If you're the sole member of the this project, then you can use all of it. But if you have colleagues that you need to share it with, you need to coordinate the use of CPU hours between you.
Mm-hmm. So that means this is the whole hours we are going to share in this project. All the project members, for fair distribution, we are supposed to share this, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And
so I think you can get an output of who's been using what.
Yeah, we are not going to monitor here today. But if I do, how do I Slum know that if I want to use more than 50,000 CPU hours, is it possible for me to do it?
No, Slurm pre-allocates the number of hours that you ask for when you submit a job where you submitted a wall-time job, a wall-time entry, and then it calculates the CPU hours, and it compares then what you have on your account. So if you have enough, you're eligible to run your batch job, or otherwise it's denied.
Let us try with some Slum know about I have some script I was testing, and yesterday Sabri was mentioning about this restaurant manager who manages. That's the Slum thing. So I was trying some jobs yesterday to show here. So I have a job script here. Let us see what is this. So I will go through this. Since yesterday we need to have this bin bash thing, and then I gave a name to my job. It is test. I'm using an account and a 99K, so that has a bit little CPU hours left, so I can show the error here. And this is I'm using sometimes it's 5 hours, more than 5 hours, 5 days, and I use all the 256 CPU. I'm asking for 256 CPUs, and here I'm printing the output. So I just load some module because that's what we were trying. So this is how we load module on a job script. I'm loading modules, and module create purge. You are talking about purge. I usually use create option also.
Which then quiets the purge?
No, if there is any warning like the sticky notes, I won't get it. I don't like that kind of warning, so I want module system to create the warning. So that's why I use it. And I load a module and I do some calculation. But let us see if I can. So how much CPU hours I will be using? 256
times 5 days.
I
so
mean,
that's 24,000 or something.
Yeah, 24,000. So, and before that, I want to show you how much I have on this project. I have only 10,000.
Correct.
Let me see if this is my, okay. So there is an error, ASUGRI billing minutes error. So according to the policy, I am exceeding. I'm asking for more than available for me.
Yeah, right.
So this is some kind of error. If your project don't have enough CPU hours, you you will get this kind of error while running. Slum will not take your job in. Is this only, it is not only the number of cores, but memory also counted, right?
Yes, memory is also counted.
So yeah, so there are some, how the billing units is calculated. There are some notes on here. And for Saga and for other machines, so you have different partition, big mem, normal, and Excel. You can read a little bit more on the job types. So the different partition and different types of job, different have any limit of number of cores you can ask for, and the amount of memory you can ask for, as well as how many days you can ask for, right?
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's something I would like to show is some commands about some jobs. Maybe I could see. Yeah, I will try to run a script. So there is some Python script I'm running. Probably I shouldn't have it here, but if I how much time I'm asking? I'm asking for 2 cores, and I'm asking only for 5. Let us try. Should I know? This is how my script is running. I'm not sure how long it will take. It was the test one. But something you can watch about is an S control show jobs, and it will give you a lot with the job ID. It will give you a lot of information about your job. Should it be after you finish your job or before?
I
Let us
think it
try.
was while it's running.
Yeah, let me see. It's this is my job ID. Yeah. So you will get a lot of information about your job. It's running, and it has a time, and runtime is 49 seconds, I guess. Start time, and it's supposed to be end time, and a lot of information with S control show job ID. That's something you can use. Anything else? Okay, and there are some there are information about how do you get how can you apply for computing and storage quota, and if you have an existing project and you need more additional quota, you can contact us. The links are provided here. And I really would like, we have 7 more minutes. I would really like you like to show you something about on the documentation about running jobs. After this course, this is the place I would like to look into it in the documentation. And it has a lot of information and how to choose the right amount of memory and number of cores. I hope Espen will talk a little bit about this after this session. Especially the first until common job failures. This is a good documentation you can look into after this event if you are working a little bit more on the on HPC and try to find out about how to choose the right amount of memory and cores. And also there are information in the documentation about the slump parameters if you have some doubt. And you can also check your the efficiency of your jobs. With, I think all this information are here. So let me see if my job is finished, then I could check. Yes, my job is finished. Do you remember my job ID? Yes. So there is a good command called save And minus J, I think it will work without minus J option. We'll see. And it will show me my job efficiency. So my group and state of the job, it is completed. And CPU efficiency 48, memory utilized only 7.31. And do you remember, Bjorn, I asked for 3 GB memory and I used 2 cores. I wasted a lot of
Yes.
resources here. I
Yeah.
shouldn't. And I should have done some tests and have a good efficiency for my jobs.
Yeah.
So that if you go through this documentation, you will get a bit more information. And we have videos of our previous course going through this, how to choose the right amount of memory and how to choose the number of cores. Is there any question we need to? Yeah, the user work, we mentioned that, already mentioned that the user work is not for a permanent storage space. That is for a temporary or 1 or 2 weeks maximum. When the file system is kind of more than 70% or 90%, it will be auto-cleaned within 21 days or maximum 40 days. Is that right?
It's down to 17 days now.
Okay, yeah.
Currently.
So that's good point, Espen. I was not aware about that. One more thing, we have 3 more minutes. I would like you to try the course command and see. Anything else we want to mention regarding compute and storage?
I think
Yeah.
we're covered.
Okay. So you can try this. And why we mentioned this thing is when you really go through this, do some work on the HPC, it is natural that you come across these kind of errors because of the quota, and then you can understand that this is something and you can fix it by yourself. And if there is anything we can help, you can contact the support. And how can you ask for help? There will be a session in today after the session about using resources responsibly.
And it's a Unit Sigma that administrates the quota, and they are quite swift at answering questions about increasing quotas if there is room for it. So it doesn't happen automatically, but mostly people get what they need.
Yes. And there is an allocation committee when you have a new project. And is it twice a year?
Twice a year, yes.
Okay. So I really don't recommend storing any of my data on work for long. Sometimes if I do that and if I forget to move it to my project, and after, like if I spend 17 after these days, after it is auto cleaned, we cannot recover the data. And even if you contact the system admins, it is permanently got deleted. So why I show that moving to the work directory is just that when you have this quota exceed error, how to fix it, how to fix things, not recommending to you to store anything on work. But still, you can use work for temporary storage for a week. I would be very careful. What about you? Yeah.
Yeah, I only use work for temporary storage. But I use work, so
Yeah.
But because the home area is too small to get anything done really.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right. But just remember that we get some tickets once in a while about people forget moving the files from work
Yes.
and got deleted.
That
And
happens.
unfortunately, none of us can help regarding that. So be cautious. I think we have covered, and yes, so there is one thing. I want to show something. Maybe I can take thing.
There is a question 18.
Yeah.
Can you please show the project area to explain the use of groups?
Okay, that's what does it mean to show me show the usage or the project area we have access to. I could go the projects. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I could type the command usage, and I will get the path. So this is the path we have. Yeah, it was lowercase. So let me see if there is something on the project. So there are some files on the project. Is that what the question means, or?
I'm not sure really. If you see on your screen, it only says show the project area to explain the use of groups. So
Okay, yeah,
you-
the group ownership. I just want to mention it is not a group ownership on the project, which one we were changing. It is something the user and the user group ownership. I'm not sure about exactly what is user under G. Some of our colleagues can explain it when you change the user group. It is nothing connected with the project you are in, right? That my user group, user underscore G.
Mm.
Mhm.
I may,
Yeah.
well, I may address that question in the next session.
Yeah, thanks, Espen. Yeah. Can you take over the screen or are we going to have a break? How was it?
Okay. Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks a lot. Let me go to the training page.
Should I take over the screen?
Yes, please.